You just handed them their first smartphone and your stomach is already in knots. That little device holds the key to their independence, but it also quietly shapes their sleep, their focus, and the trust between you two right now. Most parents think locking down the phone with strict rules is the answer, but that common advice actually gets it completely backwards. By the end of this, you will know exactly how to configure the right monitoring tools step by step, making the whole process calmer and far more doable than you fear. Think about the exact moment you unboxed that phone. You probably felt a mix of pride and absolute terror. You want them to have the benefits of staying connected, doing research, and navigating the modern world. But you also know the risks. The late-night scrolling, the inappropriate content, the endless distraction. For years, the standard advice was to just take the phone away at 8 o'clock and hope for the best. But that only works until they are 12, and then suddenly they need it for school, for sports, for just walking home from the bus stop. This is where bringing in a dedicated monitoring tool changes the entire dynamic. It shifts you from being the bad guy who constantly confiscates devices to being the guide who helps them navigate a complex digital world. But looking at the technical screens for the first time can feel incredibly overwhelming. There are permissions, dashboards, and toggles everywhere. Most parents never notice this, but the secret to getting this right isn't about finding a magic app. It is about how you walk through the configuration process with your child. Let's walk through the exact screens you need to tap, starting from the very first download. Picture this. You are sitting at the kitchen table with your child. The phone is right there between you. You open your app store and download the parent version of the monitoring tool. The first screen you see asks you to create an account. This is your command center. Use an email address that only you check. When it asks for a password, make it something strong, because this account holds the keys to their digital boundaries. Once you verify your email, you will see a blank dashboard. Don't panic that it is empty. It's waiting for the connection. Now, hand your child their phone. You need to download the child version of the exact same tool. The screen will look slightly different, designed specifically for a younger user. It will immediately ask for a pairing code. This is the moment most parents get stuck, but it is actually very straightforward. On your parent dashboard, there is a button that says Add a new device. Tap that, and the screen will generate a 9-digit code or a quick scan QR code. Have your child type that exact code into their screen, or just point your camera at theirs to scan it. The second their screen connects, a prompt will pop up asking for a device name. Type in their first name. This sounds like a tiny detail, but when you are looking at your dashboard later and you have 3 different devices to manage, seeing their actual name instead of just a random string of numbers makes a massive difference. But that's only part of the story. The actual pairing is the easy part. What happens next is where the real work begins, and it is the step where most people give up. The child's phone will now start requesting a series of system permissions. Accessibility, location, notification access, and device administration. Your child might look at you and ask why the phone is asking for all of this. This is your first real teaching moment. Explain to them, calmly and clearly, that these permissions are exactly how the tool keeps them safe. Tell them that accessibility allows the app to see what is running on the screen so it can block inappropriate sites. Tell them location allows you to know they made it to school safely. Tell them notification access allows the tool to filter out harmful messages before they even see them. When you explain the why, they are much more likely to willingly tap allow on every single prompt. Guide their finger as they tap yes to each one. Don't skip any, or the monitoring will be blind. If walking through these technical steps is giving you a clearer picture of how to protect your kids, subscribing is the easiest way to keep these practical parenting ideas coming. The digital world changes fast, and you don't want to be caught off guard by the next big app or trend. Now, look at your parent dashboard again. It is no longer blank. You will see their device listed, showing their battery life and their current status. Now we move into the actual monitoring settings. This is where you build the guardrails. The first screen you want to configure is screen time. Don't just set a blanket 8-hour limit and walk away. Look for the schedule feature. This allows you to set specific time blocks. For example, you can configure it so that all social media and gaming apps are completely locked during school hours, and then locked again from 9 at night until 7 in the morning. Think about what would happen if you just told them to put the phone away at night. They would argue, they would hide it, they would sneak it under the pillow. But when the tool automatically dims the screen and locks the apps at 9 o'clock, the argument is over. The phone is the bad guy, not you. You just set the schedule once, and it enforces it every single day without you having to nag. Next, move to the app management screen. Here, you will see every single application installed on their device. You can group them into categories like education, social, and games. The temptation is to block everything except the calculator and the calendar. Resist that urge. If you lock them out of everything, they will feel punished for having a phone, and they will start looking for workarounds. Instead, use the tool to limit the heavy hitters. Allow their educational apps and messaging apps to run all day, but put a strict 30-minute daily limit on their games and video apps. When the timer hits 0, the app icon literally turns gray and locks. It is a brilliant visual cue for kids to see their time running out. If you are already dreading the screen time battles that come with enforcing these limits, I put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age guide, and you can grab it through the link in the description below. It breaks down exactly how to talk to your kids about these boundaries without triggering a massive argument, which is just as important as the technical side of things. Now, let's talk about web filtering. Navigate to the web protection screen on your dashboard. This is crucial because kids don't just use apps, they use browsers. You want to toggle on the Safe Search feature and enable the pre-built filter for adult content. This screen allows you to see exactly what categories of websites are being blocked in real time. You will probably be surprised to see how many innocent searches accidentally trigger the filter. When that happens, don't get mad at them. Use it as a moment to sit down and explain how search engines work and how to type better keywords. The tool is there to catch the mistakes they make while they are still learning. You can also choose to just monitor certain categories instead of blocking them outright. For instance, you might let them browse shopping sites or forums, but you want a log of exactly what they looked at. This gives you the chance to talk about online consumerism or digital footprints without shutting down their exploration entirely. The next section on your dashboard is location tracking, and this is where a lot of parents feel a little uncomfortable. They feel like they're spying. But I want you to reframe this entirely. You're not spying. You're creating a digital safety net. On the location screen, you will see a map. But don't just stare at the map waiting for them to move. That is a great way to drive yourself crazy. Instead, use the geofencing feature. You can draw a virtual circle around their school, your house, and their best friend's house. When their phone crosses that boundary, the tool sends a quiet notification to your phone. You get a little ping that says they arrived at school or they left the house. You don't need to text them to ask if they are there. You just know. It gives you profound peace of mind, and as they get older, you can gradually expand those boundaries as they earn more freedom. It shifts the dynamic from you constantly checking up on them to them simply checking in by living their normal life. And if they forget to charge their phone and it dies, the map just shows their last known location. Don't panic and don't immediately assume the worst. Just use it as a gentle reminder when they get home to keep their charger plugged in. The tool is there to support your parenting, not to replace your intuition. There is one more screen on the dashboard that most parents completely ignore, and it is the most powerful one for building trust. It is the activity report or daily summary screen. Instead of micromanaging every single text or click, configure the screen to send you a daily or weekly digest. It will show you their most used apps, their total screen time, and any blocked attempts. Here is the part most parents miss. Don't use this report to ambush them. If you see they spent 4 hours on a game on Tuesday, don't wait until Friday to bring it up and scold them. Instead, use the report during your weekly family check-in. Sit down together, pull up the screen, and look at the data as a team. Ask them how they feel about their screen time. Ask them if the limits are too tight or too loose. When you review the data together, you are teaching them digital self-awareness. You are showing them that the goal is not to control them, but to help them understand their own habits. Bring a snack. Make it a positive environment. If they had a good week where they stayed under their limits, celebrate it. Order a pizza or let them pick the movie for family night. Positive reinforcement works infinitely better than just pointing out the times they failed. You want them to feel proud of their digital discipline, not ashamed of their screen time. Think about the long game here. The ultimate goal of configuring this monitoring tool is not to keep it on forever. The goal is to use it to teach them how to manage their own digital lives before they leave your house. When they are 10, you might have strict app blockers and a hard curfew. When they are 13, you might loosen the app blocks but keep the bedtime curfew. When they are 16, you might turn off the screen time limits entirely and just use the location tracking for safety. You are slowly handing over the steering wheel, using the data from the tool to guide those conversations. And this one small shift changes everything. When your child realizes that you are using the tool to help them build good habits, rather than just to punish them, the resistance melts away. They stop seeing you as the warden and start seeing you as the coach. They might even come to you and say, "I think I am spending too much time on this app. Can we lower the limit?" That is the ultimate victory. That is when you know you have succeeded. What is the one screen time rule that actually works in your home? Let me know in the comments, because I read every single one and I am always looking for new strategies that real families are using. As you go through these screens and tap these settings today, remember to take a deep breath. You don't have to get every single toggle perfect on the first try. The beauty of this tool is that you can always go back in and adjust the limits, change the schedules, and tweak the filters as you learn what works for your specific child. Parenting in the digital age is not about being perfect. It is about being present. It is about showing them that even when the technology feels overwhelming, you are right there in the trenches with them, figuring it out together. You are doing a hard thing, and you are doing it well. The fact that you are taking the time to configure these tools properly shows how much you care. Trust the process, keep the communication open, and remember that every time you sit down and navigate one of these screens together, you are building a foundation of trust that will last long after they have outgrown the need for parental control.